Telephone solutions. The idea of that is you don't have to use a physical device. You don't have to have a physical device on your desk or anywhere around you. All you need is a PBX in the cloud and a software installed on your PC or on your mobile, and you are good to go. You're ready and working. Okay, but the apps, 365 have spent quite a lot of money on getting their applications both web browser based and the Android and Windows to get to a stage where it's fully compatible and it offers a lot of features. It's quite feature rich and it offers a lot of all the features of the 365 PBX under one client. It can run alongside IP phones on the same extensions, what we call it is a zip forking, and it can seamlessly use either the internal or external FQDN. So the application can detect when you are inside the network. It can also detect when you are outside the network. And also, again, these if you're installing the system in a very strict kind of firewall where the IT administration are not opening any ports for you and vice versa, there's no software requirement. They might not want to install 365 application on desktop. They might not want a phone on the desktop, just want something working, which is a bit strange. But again, if you have something like that available, there's no software requirement for the web client. It's just a browser which supports WebRTC client. Okay. Another quite useful feature is because you can have the IP phones and web clients and Windows clients and mobile phones in conjunction. They're working quite alongside each other at the same time. You can configure the web client to also control the IP phones and 365. So when I talk about control, what it means is you could be using a web browser but when you dial a number, you can tell the application to dial from your mobile device or dial from your desk phone. So it's like a click dial functionality available on these, which is quite useful, obviously, from CRM point of views and vice versa. So supported, the prerequisites, obviously, the supported browsers. It supports Chrome, Firefox, Edge, all the modern, kind of Chromium as well. Obviously, there's a Chrome, open source version of Chrome. It supports all the modern browsers. Supported platforms app-wise is Windows 10, Windows Server 2016 and 19, Apple iOS, iPad, iPhone, iPhone, iPad, iPods, iOS 13 plus. They don't support anything iOS 13 below. The reason being is Apple has changed quite a lot of stuff, and again, same with Android. In the last few years, they have been, because of the background application requirements, stuff like that, Apple and Android has been constantly changing the way push notification works, and that's why you can only manage so much push styles, if that makes sense, the way of working in the background. So the Apple, you have to make sure you're using Android 7 plus, ideally obviously preferred Android 10 or iOS 13 plus operating systems on the device for the app to work seamlessly. Now it's very simple to provision 3.6 app and getting it logged in. All you have to do is add a user, add the email address of the user, and once you've added all the user details, all you have to do is click on send email, and then the send email, it will send an email out from the email. I'll quickly show you anyways, which will contain all the relevant information for the user. It will contain web URL, a username and password to log into the web client, 3.6 application, provisioning file, again, which I will show you quickly, and the QR code for if you do want to use a mobile phone and you do want to download your emails and stuff like that. All you have to do is install application on your mobile, direct it to the QR code on your screen, and then it will download the settings for mobile client and will work. Logging into web client successfully will bring you into a clear and kind of innovative kind of interface for 3.6 web client. From here, you will be able to see various functionalities available to the clients. Effectively, all the things you can see on a an actual 3.6 application or software client, you can see almost the same information on the web client. You can see presence, you can see instant messaging, you can do web meetings, you can see wallboards if you have the right, obviously, license type. You can listen to your call recordings and vice versa. So the extension groups are in a list on the inner left column, making sorting kind of a breeze. So you can effectively create it on columns or groups and vice versa. And there's also a dynamic search bar at the top, making search for a particular extension very easy. All you have to do is type in the name or the number, and it will bring that up for you. So it's very, very user friendly in that sense. So some of the features of 3.6 web client is you have effectively a complete telephony functionality available, including control of the IP phones or mobile phone applications from them. So you can make audio video calls in a web client mode. You can press, you can hold you can hold the press. No, let me rephrase. You can hold the calls. You can call transfers and also initiate call conferencing as well from it. So it's very easy to use. There's also a 3.6 browser extension available, again, if you want to use it. So you don't even need to have a browser open, which basically means if you want, once you have the add-on or extension available, the browser extension will pop up, then a call is monitored. It's very difficult sometimes if you have multiple apps, multiple tabs open on your browser. It's hard to go back to to your tab when a call comes in. So the browser extension will allow you it to pop up, and when you click on it, it will answer the call and it will take you to the right screen on the browser. Okay, so it's well thought about product, in my opinion. So let's have a quick look on the People's tab. Now, in addition to being able to see the status of the extension and the presence of the extension, you can also see the extensions who are on a call, who they are calling, where the call is coming from. This obviously does, however, assume that you have the you have the rights to see the information. There's an option there's a group section on 3CX PBX which allows you to give specific rights to specific extensions. So if you don't want certain people to see presence of the MD and vice versa, you can create multiple different groups. Again, I'm not going to cover this in this module. It is more detailed covered in the intermediate training course as well. Now, active calls can be seen from the switchboard of the web browser, or if it is usually an application as well. You can also control the calls as well, if the relevant rights have been granted. So you can do call transfers, you can do putting the calls on hold, and vice versa. So again, this is covered in more into